Alrighty, here we are for the finals. Would you like to play first? No, I would not. And this looks fine. It's got 2, 4, 5. 3-drop would be great. Like Nirkana Assassin off the top would be fantastic, but we'll keep it. Generally been happier going on the draw and sealed, but we'll see how that turns out. Alright. Land, not perfect, but colorless land would have been better, obviously. Alright. Flaying Tendrils is interesting, but I'm not gonna not play stuff to play Tendrils out. Tendrils probably should have just not been in the deck. I like the card a lot, but that doesn't mean it's actually good for what we're doing here. Like here, I think we probably offer a trade since we don't have anything else going on. It's a possibility he takes it and then plays a Scion Summoner, and we actually do want the Flaying Tendrils. Or he could play his Stalking Drone and another War Cleric, and then all of a sudden Tendrils looks great. Or he plays a 2/4. That's less enticing. We can jam this in, hit it, and then play Tendrils and get a 2 for 2 and not be terribly unhappy about it. With the upside of, if he doesn't block, we'll just play the Chain Mage and we're fine. Like, there's a chance he's just scared here and takes the damage. This again makes it less likely for us to get value out of the Tendrils, but I think the Ghostly Sentinel is our long-term kill condition. And staying alive to be able to resolve it is also relevant to my interests. Alright, I like that. That is aggressive. Aggressive opponent is aggressive. I am not going to be so aggressive with my removal. We will instead attack for 2, play a Sentinel, and pass. This starts to make the Flaying Tendrils a bit more reasonable if he's got any more bears. Or if he's got a Chain Mage of his own or something like that. We also have a Cub. If we want to turn it into a 4/2, we can. Alright. That's worth isolation zoning. Again, unless we can get him to block it. Oh, there's the Cub. That'll be interesting. So let's first go to attacks. He probably taps the Sentinel. And I think I attack with the Cleric. Like, he's going to get sick of taking damage off of this thing eventually. So our options here are, we're definitely zoning that. I think I may even want to play out the Cub and just accept that we're not going to Flaying Tendrils this game. And that's okay. It gives us a free block and gets us our Chain Mage back. I don't know what trick he thinks he's playing around by not blocking. It's kind of funny that we don't actually have a trick, just the tendrils. Yeah, I'll trade this in. Alright, getting a little overburdened on lands here, but that's alright. Alright, why would I not want to swing team here? So what happens? He trades that, he blocks this. Maybe even blocks that. And the tendrils is still not good for me. So maybe that's not what we want to do. I mean, it does wipe the board, but I could do this and he's still incentivized to like block here, block there. Ah, gosh, I just don't know. Maybe we just have to sit for a little bit and be patient. The challenge is that's really the only turn that we could potentially get the envoy with it, but I think we're a bit under the gun here. It'll depend on what the rest of his deck looks like. Kind of scared he's going to have a Baloth Null Drifter at some point. Looks like he wants me to attack with this, which is scary. I'm going to hold the tendrils in case he's got the Mind Rot variant. Okay. Well, like maybe he's got the untap a dude thing, but I don't think we're playing around much at this point in the game. I have no idea what this is. Scour? Okay. I mean, that was going to get me anyway, right? I have seen Scour get more and more play in Sealed, and which I think is correct. All right. You're just killing all of my stuff. Conduit of Ruin's nice. I'm still going to go for the Flaying Tendrils shenanigans here. As it still keeps us potentially in this. The downside of the Conduit of Ruin here is we can't actually get anything with it, because the two guys we have to get, we cannot cast. I mean, we'll still look, we can fail to find, but we can get the Deceiver Reform, but without the Sanctum, the Vestige, or the other land. We have another land, right? Surely we have another land. Holdout Settlement and Channeler, it doesn't actually do anything. So putting that on top of our library, not really what we want to be doing here. I think after playing with it, I like the red version better. And I've been trying so hard to make tendrils work, and it just doesn't. Let's go to combat. Imagine he uses these two to tap that down, which means if we attack with this guy, we're probably just trading it for that. Which is not ideal, but it's not doing much else. If he takes the 2, we're still firing off the tendrils this turn. Like, this is not an ideal use of tendrils, but we kind of have to do it. It's a 1-for-1 with his War Cleric. He's just got too many allies. That was a good draw right after we've slammed the tendrils, obviously. And we've got some pretty dead draws. That's not one of them. But Spawnbinder Mage is doing work here. Oh, that's right. It only costs 1 mana because Conduit of Ruin is awesome. I guess if we draw a string of dudes, we might be able to do something here. We're not just dead. Reproach could be good. Does that mean I want to attack for 3 and then reproach his dude? Probably. Even at 7, if he swings for 3, we can reproach that, which is the real problem. Puts him to 10. Oh, I see what you did there. Being a little more careful, are we? All right, all right. Let the damage happen first. And then try to kill it. The idea that if he's going to cast the regeneration spell, at least it doesn't trade for my guy. And I'm going to get this out of the way too while we can. That leaves him with a 2-4 versus our dudes. And we should be able to clear a game out from there. The loamiest of lavas. Lice from the loam. Such larva, much loam. He's actually getting a land with it. That's interesting. Did not expect that. Alright, well let's get resurging. May as well attack with it. Actually, attacking with it doesn't actually do much. But neither does blocking with it, so I'm going to send the team here. Not sure what that plains is for, but I want to get in as much damage as I can before we find out. What the hell do you need that much mana for? Really? What is it? Desolation Twin? I mean, we can conceivably still beat this, but it's going to be hard. He's out of cards. He's dead to 2 hits of the Sky Climber, but if he top decks an ally, we're in a little bit of trouble. That may mean that I actually want to Oblivion Strike this and go in here and then chump and just kill him next turn. And I think it actually does. These don't have trample or anything, do they? No, they're just 10/10s. All right. Like, there are spells that give things trample, etc., but this gives him 1 card to beat us. Roar, roar. Roar, roar. All right. We ground our way out. Opponent doesn't have, like, amazing spells. They've got good removal. The Tendrils looks like it's actively bad, which we have kind of learned by now. I do think I like the the red-black deck better, though. So, as I have been, I'm going to side into that again. I think that might have just been what I should have been playing to begin with. There weren't a lot of X1s. So don't love that. Boiling Earth. You get the Gorge over the Settlement. I can't remember if I did that before, but I like that better. And then we can play the Stonewaker. That's fine. Then we'll again do 8/7. Sure. All right. Let's do it. Ah, I've still got Flaying Tendrils in there, you idiot. Why didn't you tell me to take it out, Travis? I thought you would remember. Ah! Well, maybe it'll be good for something. We'll see. Can I keep this hand? They chose to go on the play. I don't think you should keep this. We've got 6 lands. We're on the draw. We're on the draw. It'll be fine. I think people mulligan too often. Like now we've got a 4 and a 6. All of a sudden it's good. We draw 1 more non-land. I think we're playing Magic. Get Loman. See? We've got a 3, 4, 6 curve now. That's not unreasonable. The Assassin does get a lot worse without the life gain shenanigans of the other deck. That guy's not bad, though. I think we probably just run that as it can start attacking. I don't care about blocking that so much. Trading 1 for 3 is fine. Yeah, I would attack with that all day long. Obligator could be fun next turn. We'll see. No point letting him know I have the colorless mana ready to go for this. Okay, okay. I see what you did there. That is an aggressive use of an Oblivion Strike. Again, I tend to hold my removal a lot longer than that. So if we obligate her here, we're getting in for 7, which is a good hit. The problem is the obligator's kind of turned off from there. But it does kind of discourage my opponent from attacking with at least the Loam Larva. And it uses all of my mana. Because I'm definitely going Endbringer next turn into Deceiver of Forms if we draw a land. So yeah, I guess being a slave to mana efficiency will do the thing. You are obliged to split in 2 and make rainbows. Apparently. That's what happens. We could have used its ability if we had the assassin out already. If you reveal the dude that makes things cost less to this and turn all your guys into that, can you then cast your Endbringer for free? So this should put our opponent in a little more cautious situation. Maybe not, though. We'll see. Interesting. Yeah, so I think we still jam the Endbringer here. Because it does start to end games. We can potentially trade the Bat for the Path Warden. We may take a big hit doing that, but it is what it is. He can tap the Bat end of turn and then we trade the Endbringer. That's not what I want to do with my Endbringer, but it may be what we have to do. Or he could not tap at end of turn. That'd be great too. Ah, smitten. Unfortunate. What? All right, buddy. I'm down. We need to prevent that damage. Opponent's down to 1 card. I can't play 2 cards this turn. The Translator leaves me the most likely to be able to do that in a future turn. Okay, I think they're just trying to go wide, which is fine. Just play as many blockers as we can. So I can cast that and the Assassin and not spend any life. Have plenty of blocks. Seems good. He also may not notice that we can trade this for the Spawnbinder Mage, so if he attacks in, we'd be pretty happy to do that. Note, Flaying Tendrils would not be bad here. Okay. Alright, so I can cast this dude and salvo that. Seems good. Let's get him to tap our guy. Okay, cool. Actually not looking to attack here. We're looking to block. And next turn we can start the shenanigans with the Deceiver of Form. Are you prepared to be deceived? Bloop. Beastmaster's not great for us, but it's not the end of the game. Not even 100% convinced he has attacks. I think he's just throwing dudes away for a little bit of damage if he does that, which would be great as far as I'm concerned. If his last card is Allied Reinforcements, I think we're probably dead. It's not. I think we're in good shape. Did we say Tendrils would be good here? Nom, nom, nom. Now there's a chance that if I attack with this, he blocks with the Beastmaster. Also a chance if I attack with it, he just blocks with these two, which is kind of fine. Let's do that. It's opportunity to get some Tendrils value. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm going to Tendrils after this attack anyway, even if he just takes it. Because the Beastmaster is way less threatening with less dudes on the table. But if he like jams the Beastmaster in a token in front of it, like whatever you ate my token, there's no way we're losing at that point. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So what do we need to do here? Just Tendrils and take our 1-for-1? I think so. Then we'll Deceive some form next turn. So far, that is what Flaying Tendrils has done. It has traded 1-for-1 with an Ondu War Cleric. Alright, Spawnbinder Mage is a real Magic card. can't really swing here because we just jam everything in front of it. Okay, he thinks he can. Sure. No. Okay. I think it's time to cast the big thing. Get our revealed window up. Lots of zones in Battle for Zendikar / Oath. We didn't used to have that. Back in my day, you kept your cards in your graveyard, and we liked it that way. So I can turn all my dudes into 4/3s? Sure. It'll make them happy. And we will keep it on top. Look at all these little 4/3s. They can't actually do anything as a 4/3, but he's not low enough for that to even do anything. It's neat that the Eldrazi kind of keep their art. They're like, whatever, you ain't deceiving nobody. I assume that's some kind of bug, but it still looks cool to me. You have been deceived. I have you now. Well, not 100% sure that we have them now, but we'll see. We're also in the tank pretty hard with no cards in hand. Like, you probably just want to pass and not let your clock run down. I should not be double time ahead of you when I'm narrating my plays and you're not. I think end of turn he taps down this, then potentially taps down another thing. So we just got to keep playing dudes. I think I'm pretty happy with the Chain Mage next turn, as that lets us apply some pressure, and we're now on a top deck war. Derp, 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 derp. It was also painful to trade off the Obligator for the Loam Larva, but I think at a certain point you have to. Like, our life total is lower, we're no longer the beatdown. If he has an isolation zone or something here, we could be in a little bit of trouble. Or Scour. That starts to do a thing. We'll still happily gang block. So the embodiment lets me trade. Like, we're just trading dudes one way or the other. So I guess it doesn't really matter what we play here. This one's a little less susceptible to trample. But this one has a little bit more toughness, and it's not going to allow us an attack next turn. Like, it's just not. So I think I'll at least get this going. So if he continues to sit there, we can keep doing our thing. No taps end of turn. Interesting. I think I'd be doing that, but our opponent just doesn't want to play anymore, which I guess is fine. So that's a Phantom Seal down for us. The prizes for these are, it's 60 play points or 6 tickets to enter, and then if you win, you get kind of 1.5 times your entry fee. If you just win 2 matches, you get your entry fee back. We'll get a QP. That's great. Like I said, I wanted to practice sealed more because we are in PTQ season. So I appreciate you guys and gals tuning in and watching today. Don't forget to come check out the stream if you like what you see here on Seems Good, as I will be streaming at twitch.tv/Simulan. And we will see you next Monday. Have a good afternoon, my friends.